Welcome, I'm Andre from the BAMIKO company. We are manufacturers of the swimsuit swimwear dryers. We produce them directly in the European Union in a country of Czech Republic. The BAMIKO company is a family-run business that started about 10 years ago, and since then our main focus is making the life of the swimmers at the swimming pool easier. That's why 10 years ago we introduced our very first swimwear dryer. This is the product. It's made for drying the swimsuit. It works on the centrifugal basis, meaning that when you put the swimsuit inside, the drum will start spinning at approximately 3000 RPM, and in about 10 seconds it extracts about 95% of water from the swimsuit. It's very easy to operate. Just press down the lid, hold it for 10 seconds, it starts and stops automatically. After 10 seconds you can just take the swimsuit out and it's good to go. You can put it inside of a backpack and it will not cause any water damage. The product itself was designed and also manufactured in the Czech Republic. It meets the EU preferential origin status, meaning that most of our suppliers are either from Czech Republic or from the inside European Union. Both parts and the workforce. The product, why is our product better than the competitors, is mostly because we are using the best quality stainless steel, which is 316 titanium. This is the only stainless steel that is very good also in the salty environment. In very aggressive water. We have installations in many places, such as the Blue Lagoon in Iceland, where they have even a very calcium water, or some other installation in Slovakia, where they are using water with a lot of ferrum content, or sulfuric content, or any other mineral water there is on the market. The AISI 316 stainless steel can usually cope with it very well, and it will not start rusting in any time soon. That's, I would say, one of the biggest competitive advantages of the BAMIKO dryers, because all other competitors are using only 3 or 4 stainless steel, which is good for, let's say, household appliances, but it's not very good for the swimming pools. Further, this is probably one of the safest dryer on the market, because again, as the only ones on the market, we are using mechanical end switch, meaning that there is a mechanical connection between the lid of the dryer and the safety switch, which is located on the back side, meaning that unless the lid is closed, the dryer can never start spinning. Some of the other competitors, they are using magnetic switches or anything else, so if you happen to have a magnet or anything magnetic with you and you place it in a location, the dryer could start spinning. But with this one, it's not possible. So it's very safe to operate. Also for children, we have many clients also, like among the children, especially like during the school swimming classes, where after the swimming class they just use the dryer, they go back to the class, and before they get home, the swimsuit dries completely inside their backpacks and it doesn't get moldy, so it doesn't stop them from going back to school. They don't have to use the plastic bags or anything else that would harm the environment, so it's very easy for them. Let me know what you want to know more about the product, if there is if you have any questions.
When the customer get it, what he have to do?
When he gets the swimsuit dryer?
Yeah.
Well, you mean the installation, I guess. Yeah, okay. The installation of the product is quite easy. There are 2 things that you need to take care of. The first thing, you need to find the right place where to install it. You basically need an electrical connection, either an electric socket or just electric wire if you want to hardwire the product. The electricity should be within about 2.5 meters from the dryer if you want to plug it into the socket. If you want to hardwire it, it could be somewhere else. The other thing is you need a sturdy wall. The product weighs about 25 kilograms, so to fit it onto the wall should be sturdy. We usually don't recommend like cardboard walls or something like which is soft. The brick wall or wall which is tiled is perfect. The best place where you can install it is actually quite close to the shower rooms, and maybe in some drying room or just when you enter the changing rooms. In this way, when you install it in this location, it actually prevents a lot of water from getting inside into the changing room. Because without this product, when people take shower, they have wet swimsuit, they go to the changing room, the water is dripping on the floor. It can destroy or harm like the changing rooms, the cabinets and the chairs. But when you install it like directly at the entrance to the changing rooms, most people will use it, and then they can go inside the changing room with dry swimsuit, and there will be significantly less water on the floor. So it will be safer for them to use, and the changing rooms will last longer because there will be less water damage. Another thing is you need to think about what will you do with the wastewater, because usually when you spin the swimsuit, you get about 150 milliliters of water from the swimsuit. There are basically two options. First, you can connect the swimsuit dryer directly to the drain. It can be either drain in the wall or it can be some drain in the floor. So you just, when you install it, you take the drain, it comes with a drain hose, and the drain hose, the diameter is 25 millimeter, it's inner diameter, the outer is 31. So you can basically plug it into the waste outlet anywhere. If this is not possible, which usually happens at older facilities or at facilities where they didn't know about the product before they made the planning, and for those cases we have the PE water container, which is at the bottom. Yeah, this is the PE water container. It is usually installed below the dryer. You basically put the drain hose inside the container, and its capacity is about 18 liters of water. Depending on the size of the swimsuit, it can hold about 150 up to 180 dry swimsuits. Usually at most places we use it, it's enough to empty it once daily. In case there is a swimming pool which has way too many visitors, it's usually advised to check it at least the first week in case many people use it, so to empty it twice daily. Or the other option would be to have more dryers at the facility. It's actually, we usually recommend if the daily visitors are about 500, usually one dryer can cope with it very well. But if they have, let's say, over 1,000 visitors or more, it's recommended to always have 2 or 3 of those dryers. Basically, it takes just 10 seconds to dry it, but sometimes from our experience it really happens that there is a line of people waiting to use the dryer, even though it's so fast. So sometimes it's just better to have 2 dryers to make the crowds go faster, especially when they are like, let's say, the swimming pool classes, or like in the instances where more people at the same time leave the facilities. Otherwise, this is the installation. Is very easy, as you can see. To put the dryer onto the wall, there is a wall bracket which we supply with it. So you just you need to drill 6 holes into the wall. You just fix the wall plug fixings. You screw the wall dryer, and then the dryer is just hanged on the wall bracket. Basically the wall bracket, and then there is a securing bracket so that people cannot lift it up. And this is all supplied with the dryer, including the screws, the wall plugs, the screwdriver that helps you to screw the screws. And we also provide a bottle brush for the cleaning of the product.
Ja, You are clever.
Thank you. We've been doing it for a long time.
Perhaps we have.
You want to switch?
Turn it?
Sure.
Yeah. Is there something we have to do before we start it? Installation?
Before you start the installation, well, yeah, when the dryer arrives inside of the package box, the first thing you need to do is check the package box in case there is any damage during the shipping.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen very often, but in case there is, just let us know. Then you open the box. At the top of the package, there is a small box with all the documentations, the wall brackets, securing brackets, and accessories to the dryer. So this one you can just take out. And after that, you can take the dryer out of the box. It is always recommended to grab it by the stainless steel part. It's not very recommended to use the plastic one. Otherwise, it would be okay, but just in case, always use the stainless steel part. So you take it out of the box, and before the installation, at the bottom of the dryer there is a red transit bar, which is used only for transportation. I'm not sure if it's installed right here. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so first thing before the installation, in the red transit bar, it needs to be removed. So just unscrew the 4 screws.
It's important.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is very important. Yeah. Everything okay, or should be a little lower?
Yeah, a little bit lower.
Oh, okay.
And you can
show again?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so the first thing when you get the dryer outside of the package, you just unscrew the 4 screws of the red transit bar, which is very important. The transit bar is here only for the protection during the shipping, but before the installation it needs to be removed. When you unscrew it, remove the red transit bar, and you can put the screws back inside the same hole, so you have it for the future in case you would ever need to send the dryer back for repair. So it's just there. The other thing, usually here is the RCCB, which for the transportation is usually in the tripped off position. So then when you just check it, and when the dryer is installed, you just put it back into the on position, and then the current and the voltage goes inside the motherboard of the dryer. The other thing that you need to do when you start the installation is that the drain hose here for the transportation, it's stuck inside the dryer, so you need to pull it out. You need to pull it out fully until you see the white band on the drain hose. This is very important. Unless you see the white band, the dryer could leak the water on the floor, and it wouldn't be good for the dryer and also for your facility. So it's very important always to pull down the drain hose entirely. And let's say when you have the drain outlet, then you just need to cut the drain hose and to fit it into your waste outlet. So those things are very important, and it will help the dryer to work as it should.
Perfect.
Yeah, so it's really very important because there are not many things that can hurt the dryer. The number one reason is that people really forget to take the transit bar out. It doesn't happen that often anymore, but it's not good for the dryer. Yeah, so from the back side of the dryer, you normally don't see it because it leans against the wall, so there is no gap. But just for you, here is the motherboard, the PCB. In case you would ever need to, let's say, exchange the end switch or do anything else, You just unscrew those 4 screws and you get inside the PCB. There is the bagger tool that you can use to unplug the wires. So it's already here for you. You don't need your own. It comes like this with every single dryer. So even when the customer receives the product, they have the tool.
Okay.
So yeah, it's also good for, I don't know, in case you would like to plug the dryer and use it with a coin machine or some kind of chip system, because the dryer, it is ready to be connected to a coin machine. So let's say if somebody decides to charge for use of the dryer, you would just put another cable, 2-wire cable, and plug it inside the PCB, and then you just flip the switch and the dryer would be ready to wait for the signal from the coin machine or from the token timer or the chip system. To be honest, in most countries in Europe, this machine is offered free of charge for the people at the swimming pools. But in the past we had some requests for facilities that they wanted to charge for the use of the dryer. So that's why every single dryer is prepared and ready to be plugged into the or connected along with the chip system or the coin machine. Here, when you see it from the back, it's usually more about the maintenance of the product. There are 4 shock absorbers right here. So it's from time to time, like let's say after a year or after 2 years, it's worth checking that the shock absorbers are okay, intact, not broken. In case they would, it's quite easy to change them. It usually takes only about 10 to 15 minutes to do most of the repairs. Here at the right side is the end switch. It operates the lid. It's protected again from the water. It's protected from the people, so nobody can touch it. And simply when you press down the lid, the end switch engages and then disengages. It's protected with a rubber seal. In case any moisture or dust or anything would get, the end switch is protected. Here is the sealing. The sealing main purpose is only to absorb some of the shocks during the operation to make it quieter. And basically, that's, I think that's quite all from behind. If you don't have any questions about the PCB maybe or anything else.
No, it's so far so good.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Maybe one more thing about the PCB. Our PCB is actually designed to not consume any electricity unless the dryer is operational. So when you have it in a standby mode, it doesn't consume anything. The only time the dryer consumes electricity is when you press down the lid. Other than that, it's completely switched off, and all the components of the PCB are powered off. So it's well, there are 2 reasons why this is. The first one is that you save electricity, because some competitors' products, they usually consume about 3 to 5 watts per hour. This one, nothing. So it's good for the environment. Yeah. And the other quite important thing is that when the PCB is powered off, all the components are powered off, and it's better for them because they don't get worn out that fast. Then they usually last much longer than in case they would be powered on the whole time. So that's why we are using this design for the dryer. The dryer is basically equipped with a motor which has 250 watt. It doesn't consume much electricity during the cycle. It's basically less than a light bulb during the year. So it's very cheap to run. The other thing is that the motor, it has a very good brake system, probably the best brake on the market. It usually can withstand about 350,000 cycles before you need to check the brake or exchange the brake lining. In most cases, this happens only after like 5 years. Okay. So it's very durable. Okay, I'll try to switch it around. Do you want to show how to clean it, or?
Yeah.
Push it down.
Yeah, I believe it's important to
Yeah, I think so.
do the right.
Ještě kartáč máme? Nevím. Yeah. Okay. So during the cleaning, the dryer should be cleaned once daily using some kind of disinfectant, like a Sanitol or something that we recommend not using chlorine. So some household cleaning supplies should be okay. The first thing is to spray the disinfectant inside of the drum. You just let it sit there for a short time and then wipe it off with a clean cloth. The other thing is we recommend you cleaning also the plastic part and the body of the dryer, the same method, using the soft disinfectant and wiping it with a cloth. It's especially important at the swimming pools where they have a very aggressive water, let's say water with a high calcium content, because in the long term it could cause some lime scale buildup, so it's always better to clean it more often. So this way the dryer will stay this nice for a long period of time. The other thing is during the monthly cleaning that you usually do once per month, or you should, there are 4 screws. You just unscrew them. Thank you. Okay, so when you unscrew the screws, you can just lift the plastic cover. This one is here only for protection. You check that the springs are okay. They usually don't fail very often, but just to be sure that they are not broken or twisted or anything. The other thing, there is a protective stainless steel band. It is here just to protect the dryer in case somebody puts a towel or anything heavy inside that really shouldn't be there. So the same thing, clean it with the disinfectant, soft cloth, and you can set it aside. And the other thing is when you look inside the drum, you need to check the brush ring, that the brush ring is intact and the brushes aren't falling apart. They usually should last at least like 3 years. Sometimes they last longer, but in case that people put like big towels or anything else that doesn't fit inside the drum, the brushes could be damaged a little bit sooner. The other things, when the plastic cover is removed, you always check the area between the stainless steel drum and the plastic drum in case there will be some debris or some dust particles or anything else stuck inside. So you would just take it out. The other thing is also sprayed with disinfectant. We usually supply a bottle brush to clean it. So you spray it with disinfectant, use the bottle brush to clean it all around. And if there is no blockage, no dirt, then you can put back the stainless steel band. It goes in the way so that the 4 bended parts are facing the 4 screw holes or the nuts. And then you simply put the white plastic cover back and you screw back the 4 screws. When you screw those back, just remember that you are screwing it inside the plastic, so you don't need to use a lot of force. It's really enough just to tighten it a little bit. Okay, so that's that. That would be the monthly cleaning. You can also check that the lid manual is okay. It doesn't happen that it gets damaged very often. The only reason that the manual could get damaged is when people put big towels inside. And it doesn't fit inside the dryer, and here could be a small shulker. but doesn't happen very often. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Then during the monthly maintenance of the dryer, this would be the cleaning part, but during the maintenance you need to check the RCCB at the bottom, or the RCD switch. I can show you here. Yeah, you will just open the lid. It's okay. Yeah, is it good? Okay, so for during the monthly maintenance, you always need to open the lid of the RCCB box and push the test button of the RCCB, and it should trip off. In case it doesn't trip off, the RCCB is probably faulty and you will need to install a new one. During the time, the dryer should not be used until the new one is installed. So every single month, press the test button and it should trip off when it's powered. If there's no power, it will not trip off, so it needs to be connected to the power to trip off. After that, if it trips off, you just put it back into the on position, close the lid, and that's it. Okay, maybe one last thing here. So when the monthly cleaning and the technical inspection is finished, you just place a wet, let's say swimsuit or some soft piece of cloth soaked with water. You put it inside the basket. You let the dryer to spin so that any excess disinfectant will be washed off and go to the drain. So that's what you do at the end of the washing cycle. And during that, you always check that all the water is flowing down from the drain hose. In case the water is dripping away from the drain hose and falling onto the floor around the motor, it means that the drain hose is clogged. So you would need to check the drain hose and disconnect it, check for blockages, or install a new drain hose. All right. Okay, so maybe one more thing I just thought about. The other reason why the BAMIKO dryers are one of the best on the market is that we provide personalization designs, many different colors. In this, we have 10 colors that are standard. It could be either stainless steel. Then we have a few motifs like this. This one is a whirlpool. It's a very a favorite one when it comes to swimming pools. It's actually a whole print foil, and then the dryer is wrapped into the foil. So it's very durable. Usually lasts at least 5-10 years without any damages or scratches. The only thing that it could shorten the life would be installing it outside in the direct sunlight. Yeah. It's never recommended. The dryer should be installed indoors anyway. So that's just what we try to mention. The other designs come with a spray. They are spray painted with the rock colors. We have actually the blue, white, black, and a bronze, which is very favorite inside of the hotels. And what we can also do, we can also provide custom-made designs. Either a customer can choose any design he wants and put it onto the foil, or we can also provide the dryers in over 120 raw colors. So you just send us the raw color that your interior is, and we check, and usually we are able to get any raw colors on the market within 1 or 2 weeks. So the dryer can be as you need it. Yeah. The color of the top plastic is either here, this is the blue one, then we have a gray or a black one. Yeah, that's
fine.
Nicest dryer on the market, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.